So I'm going to share a few quotes with you today. When you think of a brand, you should immediately understand it from its advertising attitudes, from the words, and its visuals. George Lewis. I've done truth to power all my life. It's gotten me into trouble, but who cares? George Lewis. If you're working, you're not trying to be great, give up. George Lewis. Why am I quoting George Lewis? Well, he's in my top 10 when it comes to creatives, and he was a genius at branding. Today, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about your personal brand. So, branding. What is branding? Branding is the process of giving meaning to a specific company, product, or services by creating and shaping a brand in customers' minds. It is a strategy designed by companies to help people quickly identify their products and organizations and give them a reason to choose their products over competitions by clarifying what this particular brand is and is not. Now, the objective really is to attract and retain loyal customers by delivering a product that is always aligned with that brand promise or that brand standards. Your personal brand is your story, who you are, where you come from, what you do, and why you do it. We all have a story. We all tell our story to other people in many ways. It's through your personal values, leadership. It could be your leadership style, how you lead a team, what others say about you. Could be how you dress, what you put on, what you share online. There's many others, like how you work with others and many more. That's you. That's your brand. What's important to know is that you are the storyteller. You control what people know about you and how much they know about you. Through the story you tell, just remember to keep your story authentic, unique, and consistent. And you can do this all by creating your own personal brand, right? So if you're ready to dive in a little deeper, here's a little, some do's and don'ts of, personal branding. So we'll start off with the don'ts, and what your brand usually is not. Now, your personal brand is not how many Facebook friends, LinkedIn contacts, or Twitter followers you have. It's easy to place quantity over quality, which also applies to many social networks you use. You don't have to be on every platform to build your own personal brand. What happens when you do that is you get caught up in how many followers you may have or how many likes you get on a particular post. You lose sight of fostering genuine connections and sharing your authentic self. And those are the key benefits of having a personal brand in the first place. So your personal brand is not your Instagram aesthetics. I could write a whole full-fledged post on this because many people are making this mistake. Your Instagram profile, whether it's full of selfies or photos that use a VSCO filter, is not your brand. Many have logos and use 30 hashtags and upload high quality photos, but this does not mean you have a brand. Those tactics will get you about 12,000 Instagram followers, although 80% of those might be spam and bot accounts. But if Instagram shuts down one day, where's the substance? Where's the substance of your brand? Where's your story, your values, your vision, your portfolio, and your loyal 12,000 followers? Instagram is an optional visual component, not the foundation of your personal brand. So always keep that in mind. Your personal brand is not your entire portfolio of work either. On your resume, do you include babysitting jobs or the lawn mowing business from your teenage years? I hope not. Your resume highlights your relevant work, your relevant work experiences. Your portfolio now highlights your best work. Choose projects that show your growth, your creativity and your creative process and your strengths. And remember, your personal brand isn't just about the awesome work that you do. Your hobbies, interests, and passions are a part of who you are. Decide what you're comfortable with sharing, and don't be afraid to give glimpses into what makes you you. Now that that's out of the way, let's kind of move into what your personal brand is. So here's some things that you definitely should do. What your personal brand is. Now, your personal brand is who you are online and offline. It's easy to put your effort into the impression you give online and neglect how you present yourself in the real world. There's a quote that says, live in such a way that if someone spoke badly of you, no one would believe it. You don't want a discrepancy between your social media presence and your presence in a professional setting. Now, this is important because your personal brand is not only what you say about yourself, but what others say about you as well. Are you reliable, trustworthy, and punctual? Do you meet deadlines? Can you manage a team project? Don't be that person, who is described as, look, man, he's a good guy and a super talent, but as a team member, your personal brand is the original content, idea, and opinions you put into the world. While sharing what others create is great it's great for networking. People want to see, what you bring to the table. Yes, you. If you're a writer, write blogs, articles, lists, maybe even case studies. If you're a videographer, make videos, make music videos, vlogs and documentaries. If you're a public speaker, speak, host events, attend improv events, join a Toastmasters club. Resist using the word aspiring to describe yourself. Be who you want to be by doing what you want to do, and to go share that with the rest of the world. And finally, your personal brand is evolving. Do you know how many times I have revised my About Me page? Maybe about 100 times. I want to choose the right adjectives, photos, and colors to communicate who I am, what I am, what I do, and why I do it. A year from now, I could choose a different adjectives and colors. It's tempting to want to get your personal brand perfect, but keep in mind that your brand will change as you gain more self-awareness, new experiences, and even feedback. Like your brand, your personal brand, will mature and grow stronger in time. So always keep that in mind. Now, these are just a few things of the do's and don'ts, for your personal brand. Now, going forward, it's going to be a two-part video. I'm going to show you what I went through when I was creating my brand. It's, you see behind you right now. When I went through the changes, this is the second iteration of my brand. Everything in my brand represents me, from the colors I chose, from the fonts, and even, the hashtags that I have. And all of this is combined and thoroughly thought through. And I'll show you what I did on the next video. So in the meantime, stay creative, and thank you for watching.